Welcome back to the Pulse Studios, home of 94.7 The Pulse community radio station and Pulse Television. Did you know we have over 70 programs a week with 16 different multicultural shows? If you would like to be part of this wonderful station, call or contact us at 947thepulse.com. We'd love to see your Instagram photos of our region. Find and tag Pulse Television on your photos. A group of men in Belmont have come up with a concept where you don't need fuel for your car. Here's Leo to show us how that's possible.
Good evening, you're with Pulse Television once again, and we are in a, believe it or not, converted vegetable patch of Peter Reeves here, and he's turned it into a workshop which makes electric cars. Peter, I have to say this is a pretty impressive vegetable garden turned into a workshop. How long have you been working on these electric cars?
Thanks, Leo. The electric cars have been we've been doing here for about 4.5 years, and I originally converted a Holden Day Ute. Basically, that was an experimental conversion, but once it worked well, we thought let's do a later model vehicle, so that's why we're doing the Proton Jumbo Ute. And the total cost of the less any labour was $27,000. But of that cost, the most significant component were the batteries, and the batteries were $11,500 just for the lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are still the current best technology battery-wise that are available to the retail industry. So
yeah.
That's
what. How long? What's the lifespan of the batteries then?
These batteries. Well, I spoke to the guys in China where they came from, because I was concerned about that making such a big investment. And they said, we're guaranteeing them for 10 years, but we haven't broken one yet.
Yeah. Well, why do you think the major car companies haven't taken on? I mean, if you can do it in your backyard, why do you think they haven't taken on the initiative?
There's no big financial reason they should, because the electric car, which is pure electric, has very little maintenance. Basically, you change the light globes, the tyres, brakes, and windscreen wiper rubbers, and that's it for maintenance. There's no other maintenance. So there's no need to go back every 3 months for a service, every 15,000 k's for a service. And the fuel companies take them too, because the amount of, the fuel companies are so powerful that they don't see their profits just erode overnight. And the government doesn't like it because of all the fuel you buy, nearly half its tax. Yeah. So the government doesn't want it either. So it's just there's a big need for it environmentally wise, but there's no one really pushing it because there's no big incentive for them to do so.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, isn't it? It's sad, but there's being able to do it yourself, you can sort of make a statement that I care about the environment and I'm going to do my bit. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. This has been Leo Rankin for Pulse Television here with Peter Reeves in Belmont. Make sure you stay tuned.
Thanks, Leo.
Thanks, Leo. Now here's Janice Belcher, an accomplished fashion designer and artist who wants to share her knowledge with the disadvantaged in Geelong.
Hi, Wayne Baker for Pulse Television, and today we're looking at a stunning contemporary home here in East Geelong, and we're lucky enough to have Janice Belcher, who's going to show us through this property and have a look at a stunning artwork. Look forward to taking on this journey. Janice, thank you for having us in your beautiful...
My pleasure.
It's a stunning property, and along with the stunning property, you've got a stunning story to tell. Now, can you tell us all about where it all began back in Europe, I believe, in your fashion days?
It did. I went over to Paris to learn the art of toile haute couture designing, and then I went back to London and worked with Bermans, who make all the films. In those days, it was Marilyn Monroe and Vivian Leigh, and because I'm one of the ancient ones. And then did the usual thing of getting married and having children, looking after mothers, everything that everyone does. Then went back to the uni and did art history and VCA and did sculpture and printmaking, and now I've come to live in Geelong because I like to share some of what I've learnt with preferably people who don't have the opportunity to go to university but really want to learn about art or sculpture, things like that, so that I can just give back again.
Fantastic. Well, I think we better get on this journey.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Janice, we're here now with some of your amazing graphite drawings featuring a lot of roadkill. Can you tell me a little story about that?
I love roadkill, yes. And then I have to bring it home and dry it out and get rid of the smell. Sometimes I draw them if I want all the feathers there with it in front of me, but you can only go for 4 days because after that you can't breathe. But it's just another progression in life and showing that something has grown and flowered and flown and then it ends up, it's dead again and it's fading. It's just like life. My work is all about the life cycle of anything, flowers, birds. I use animals, as a medium, and just to show there's still beauty in death and beauty in age as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Also, I noticed not only your amazing drawing, have some amazing drawings, but just looking to the left here, we have this stunning sculpture. Tell us about it.
Well, that's about my 4 sisters who were all a year apart, and when we were growing up, everything was convention and you had to get married and you were shackled to the ground, you got pregnant, you're blindfolded because you didn't know what you were doing. And the one in the front is my older sister who died first, and so I just find that after that type of an upbringing and convention, that when you're dead you're free. But you can still go on. It's like the drawings. They're dead, but they're free, and they're still beautiful.
They are. Thank you very much. Janice, since you've arrived, I believe you've had your first project on the go, and I believe it's a little fox here. Can you tell us about it?
Well, first roadkill.
In Geelong.
Yes. There were about 8 of them hanging on a wire, and so I had to go back, and actually my cousin's husband went back and hacked one off for me. But when I got it home and started to draw it, it didn't have a head. So then we went to another one and it was lying on the ground, so then I did a graphite of its head. And then I had to go back another day and cut a head off, and that's drying out in the backyard waiting to be drawn, the skull.
You are a fascinating creature, along with the foxes. Thank you. Great journey we've had here today with Janice, and I'm Wayne Baker for Pulse Television.